Hi everybody, my name is Luis Alcaraz. It's been a long time I haven't made a video, guys, but I want to share a cool story with you guys. Now, guys, in January, I will be making a video on Invega Sustena. I actually did go off of Invega again, and I've been off of it for almost 3 months because I felt that my behaviors were psychological, that I can control myself, so I'm off in Vega, but that's real totally off topic. That's a whole different story. But tonight, guys, I'm here to share uh, a really cool story that happened to me when I was a little kid. And I wasn't that little. I was about 10 or 11 years old. So I was, getting close to my elderly child. I was getting close to my teenager. I was still considered a kid below 18. So I'm going to go ahead and start telling you this story. Because obviously I was still considered a kid and I was under 18 years old. I was about 10 years old. So one day I was at school, right, guys? And I was at the table in elementary school. I was about fifth grade, so I was almost getting ready for middle school. But it was at the beginning of the year. It was probably like August, right? So I was in fifth grade and I was having some snacks. My wonderful elementary fifth grade teacher offered the students if they wanted graham crackers with peanut butter, right? I'm like, you're thinking about that making me hungry. But, and anyways, I had always been allergic to peanuts since I was about 1 or 2 years old. Like, I would literally have one peanut butter cookie, and that would be enough. I would get full of hives and rash, and I would have to go to the hospital. But I would get hives like all over my body. Big, big rash. And I literally had to go to the hospital every time I had anything that had peanuts. Just simply a little cookie, a little peanut cookie was enough to take me to the hospital. And I'm talking about when I was like 2 or 3 years old. Like, I didn't even live here in Tucson when I was, and my aunt, when I was about 2 or 3 years old, I was like in Chandler. And my aunt gave me a peanut butter cookie. She just wanted to share it with me. But the same thing happened where I had to go to the hospital. Well, anyways, one day when I was at school, and let me tell you this, it's very rare. Now, most people will have long-lasting or lifetime or permanent peanut allergies, right? But there are like 20% of child will outgrow their peanut allergies. I'm thinking about peanut butter. Some child, 20% of child will outgrow their peanut allergies, by the time they're like 8 or 10 years old, right? So like 20% of child, that's what they typically say. Some people, the doctor said it was like 5%. It's a very low chance. Whatever percentage, 5 or 20%, it's a very low chance. Most people usually have long-lasting or lifetime peanut allergies in most cases. Now, anyways, I was at school one day, right, guys? And my teacher offered me, my teacher actually gave me a graham cracker with peanut butter. And I knew I was allergic, but because I'm blind, I didn't realize that she had put it on my plate, Uh-oh. And I'm like, sorry about that. And I accidentally took a bite of the peanut butter it was a graham cracker, right? It was just the peanut butter graham cracker. And I told my teacher, excuse me, you gave me a peanut butter graham cracker. I'm allergic to it. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. But because I did have a bite or two, they did take me to Student Health Center. And they evaluated me for a couple hours because they were not sure if I was going to have the same reaction, And nothing happened. So, but, because the note from the doctor did say, don't give peanuts, I still couldn't eat peanuts anyways. So my mom one day was like, I'm gonna take him to the doctor. I'm gonna have the doctor order him a peanut test to see if he's really allergic. Because it's interesting that day at school I had not had a reaction. So when I was 10 years old, that day in September, it was a Monday, I think it was. I think it was like September 3rd or the 7th. I can't really remember. We're talking like 2007. So we're talking like 15 years back, guys. Um, I went to the doctor and I got many like little shots. It almost feels like they pinch your back. They're like a lot of little shots. And anyway, so the test came out negative. So, um, but I still couldn't eat peanuts. The doctor was like, I want him to come in back in 6 months. And I came back in 6 months, and the doctor's like, we got to give the test more time. So come back in 6 more months. So now it was a year. Now we're talking October 2008. So now we're talking more than a year passed by. The doctor that day was going to give me peanuts in the office to see if I really had a reaction. So what the doctor did was that he gave me peanuts in the office, and he started with just like 1 or 2 peanuts. And he set a clock for 30 minutes. Because that's usually how long a reaction takes. 30 minutes to 2 hours. Most cases, it's about 30 minutes. So me and my mom were just looking at magazines. We're keeping our eyes busy on something. Well, the time passed by. And there the alarm clock came by. Beep, 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 beep. You know what an alarm clock sounds like. And there was no reaction. The doctor was like, well, this time I'm going to give him a whole jar of peanuts. Like, it wasn't like, don't think it was like a whole like handful of peanuts. That's what I meant to say. And I enjoyed those peanuts. They were very good. They were just like peanuts. They were not like Snickers or like, what do they call it? Baby Roots. They're like just regular peanuts. Like the seeds. And there wasn't peanut butter. They're like peanut seeds, right? So then, there goes the doctor. He sets the clock for 30 more minutes. I'm just breathing to see, thank my eyes that I was not allergic to peanuts anymore. And me and my mom continued looking at the magazine. The cool thing was my grandma was going to come that night. And I still remember that time. Yeah. And there goes the alarm. 30 minutes after. Beep, 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 beep. And the doctor was like, congratulations, you're not allergic to peanuts anymore. I was so happy. I was like literally smiling. The doctor said it was very rare. About 5% of a child outgrow their peanut allergies. I'm like, wow, this is great. I can eat peanuts now. You know. They still monitored me a couple of days just to see if I didn't have any symptoms. And just make sure I didn't eat too many peanuts, as anything in excess is not good either, So there the doctor was writing a note to the school that I can now eat peanuts. So that was in about October 2008. So we're talking 14 years back now. So there you have it, guys. A big story about when I was allergic to peanuts turned into a really cool story about me eating peanuts. So there you have it, guys. I hope you guys really liked this video. I had to really get this experience out and share it with you guys because this is really, really cool. All right, thank you, guys. Thank you for watching, man.